Choosing the right engine layout for any specific application may be a tricky task. A 4-cylinder is the single most popular concept used across automobiles and motorcycles, but still there are so many variations to choose from. There are requirements like small packaging, low center of gravity, cost, or more unique thing like firing order. VR4. For long 54 years, Lancia was producing many generations of a V4 engine. Over time, they went through many modifications like the narrow angle from 20 to 10 degrees or slanting it sideways 45 degrees. The interesting fact is that from the very beginning there was an overhead cam yet in 1922 inside an aluminum head. Air-cooled Boxer 4. The Tatra 97 was meant as a cheaper alternative to the T87, using a smaller air-cooled Boxer engine. If this sounds familiar to you, there is a reason for it. Ferdinand Porsche did use Tatra as an inspiration for the Volkswagen Beetle. Unlike the Beetle with an overhead valve, Tatra had a single overhead cam with a significant undersquared bore-stroke ratio. Square Four. Ariel Square Four, Healy 1000/4 with the Ariel's engine, Suzuki RG500 Gamma or Kawasaki Square Four. Those are the most known, if not the only ones to exist, with the unique 4-cylinder engine shaped into a square. It is a variation of a U engine and its pistons in diagonal reach TDC together. Inline 4. This concept of a lying engine is simply a 90-degree slant straight engine. It was accommodated by BMW, which was playing with a Boxer 4 idea. Not to copy Honda Goldwing, but still to use a longitudinally mounted engine, they simply tilted it sideways, what simplified things in case of the shaft drive they like to use. Long bang inline 4. The long bang firing order is often mistakenly called the big bang. While the big bang fires unevenly, the long bang is a different type of an even firing screamer. This firing order is exactly the same with a 180-degree firing inline twin, however with twice as many cylinders. There are 2 cylinders fired in a quick succession, basically at the same time. Crossplane inline 4. Yamaha was the first one to introduce a crossplane firing order on an inline 4. The Japanese company states that there is a significant inertial torque advantage in high RPM, and as the firing itself is uneven, it provides just enough time for the tire to regain grip. This was also a problem of MotoGP two-strokes in 1980s, where an irregular firing order was introduced by Honda. Twin Pulse V4. This twin pulse firing order is an interesting one as the V angle is at common 90 degrees. The crankshaft has shared pins, offset just by 70 degrees. This is very similar to a big bang of a crossplane inline 4, but manages to fire all cylinders much sooner with a larger time gap for tire to regrip. Longitudinal inline 4. The BMW K100 also has a longitudinally mounted 4-cylinder, but there are others as well. These units, like in the Indian 4 or Nimbus, are standing upright and longitudinally inside the frame. It had its benefits back in times, as a relatively large and powerful engine, but nowadays, with modern technologies, this concept is not really useful. Turbo V4. A V4 is something almost unheard of in cars, but they do exist. Currently, Porsche 919 is the only car to use it, though it is a race car with a powerful hybrid system and a ton of horsepower. The 919's engine is turbocharged and had two different firing orders over time. First, there was a 360-degree crankshaft with a 90-degree offset between the banks, and later a 180-degree offset between the cylinders in the same bank was used. Drono V4. The Drono firing order of a V4 was accomplished by a 360-degree crankshaft with shared pins on a 90-degree engine. It was derived from a VFR 750F engine with a 180-degree crank, which has a smoother run, but the Drono is a big bang. It was meant for sporty bikes like the RC30 or 45. This firing order also made it sound a bit different from the twin pulse or crossplane. Turbo Boxer 4. The Turbo Boxer 4-cylinder may not seem all that special, but in reality it is. The history knows many 4-cylinder Porsches or even Subarus. While it is possible to tune a naturally aspirated boxer with a different type of exhaust header, equal or unequal, the turbocharged one mostly uses UL type, which saves more space, provides unequal pulses into the turbo, possibly for faster spool, and most noticeably, a unique rumble sound.